け翼
イリアスドリブルで翻弄する。ウォークオブサイレントで攻める。
俺のハイスピードハンターショットだ。
How's it going, everyone? This is Succle, your narrator for this video, and welcome back to Ike Tsubasa! We are going to take a look at the version 2 of the original characters consisting of Romano, Hidalgo, and Piazzolla. It's part of the Valentine's campaign, but for some reason they aren't dressed up differently. Anyways, let's get on with the video. Ike! Achilleus Romano, New Legend, is a skill-type Italian original character playing for Athens. He is given two playable positions, either as attacking midfielder or forward. Romano comes equipped with two types of bonds, plus 2% stats for his team with 3 or more agility type players, and 3% debuff against his opponents with 3 or more non-Japanese players. Stamina cost down reduces all skill costs by 20%, and lastly 2 PvE abilities, Snow Cover Resistance and Rain Puddle Resistance. Romano is given a relevant team skill, Super Solidarity for skill-type non-Japanese players plus 20%. His passive S matchup win bonus grants him 15% stat bonus each time he wins a matchup, stackable up to 2 times. Take note that the passive stays until possession is surrendered. His main skill, Leah Dribble, is capped at 440 momentum and costs 255 stamina per use. His other notable S-rank sub-skill, Achilles Charge Shot, is capped at 475 momentum. He is rounded up with A Siege Slide and A Strong Pass. All his base stats are mostly decent, with Shot leading at 8.8k, his stamina pool is impressive at over 1.2k, and it will be almost impossible to deplete since he comes with minus 20% stamina, reduction from all special skills. We suggest going with 25 Shot, Power, 22 Tackle, Intercept, 3 Speed, and Technique. Further investment should be focused on mentioned stats and dribble omitting pass for now. The best case scenario for Romano is for him to win a defensive matchup, getting the first 15% win bonus, then engage in a guessing game in the second matchup that he can neither dribble or shoot at this point, and activate the second 15% win bonus if he either dribbles or shot past the opponent. Romano's parameters are mostly disappointing with his passive inactive. Leah Dribble is at 49k, Siege Slide at a mere 46.6k, and a high power tackle at 49.2k. After winning one matchup, Leah Dribble improves to 56.4k force, and after winning 2 matchups, Achilles Charge Shot can achieve 83.5k, and Leah Dribble over 63k force. For skill build, we considered replacing A Siege Slide with the S version and A Strong Pass with the S High Power Tackle. Complete his build with S Straight Line Dribble or S Strong Pass, depending on your preference. We feel that Romano is extremely difficult to utilize without boundary breaking, due to his design requiring him to win 2 matchups and become a somewhat relevant goal threat. His weaker stats, mid-tier skills, and lack of abilities to improve his chances to win the initial matchup are his obvious flaws. He is very predictable in an offensive matchup, since his atrocious S-Strong Pass will mostly be bullied. We are rating Romano 2 stars as we feel that he is only useful for teams that are stacking debuffs. Just Hidalgo, calm and collected silent shooter, is a toughness-type French player that plays for Paris Youth. Like most of the original characters, he is deployable in 2 positions, either as an attacking midfielder or forward. Like Romano, Hidalgo comes with 2 PvE abilities, Snow Cover Resistance and Rain Puddle Resistance. His bond gives his teammates 2.5% stats bonus with 3 or more skill-type non-Japanese players. His abilities are rounded off with Auto Intercept Enhanced 70% chance, and Special Skill Block 80% chance to block 1 special skill. He comes with one of the most common team skills, Super Solidarity for toughness type non-Japanese players plus 20%. His passive is attacking midfielder, defensive midfielder killer, granting him 20% stats against mentioned positions. His main skill, Walk of Silence, is his first S-rank intercept capped at 440 momentum and requires 335 stamina. His default skill set is completed with the S Silent Volley shot capped at 470 momentum, an A Fating Dribble, and A High Speed Through Ball. Hidalgo's most prominent base stat is his shot at over 10k, but not relevant at all due to his character design. His speed is decent at 5.8k, but his tackle is alarmingly low at just 4k. We suggest going with 25 dribble, speed, 17 pass, intercept, and technique. Further investment should be focused on his technique-related stats. Hidalgo's parameters aren't impressive without his passive active. Walk of Silence hits almost 54k, high speed through ball over 51k, and high speed dribble only reaches 49.2k force. He becomes more relevant when his passive is active. Walk of Silence hits 64.7k, high speed through ball over 61k, and high speed dribble slightly above 59k force. Both his high flying and ground shot are not worth mentioning against meta goalkeepers. We suggest replacing A Fainting Dribble with S High Speed Dribble and A High Speed Through Ball with his S version. Finish off his build with S Swift Interception or any filler skills available to you. Hidalgo is rather dependent on his passive to be relevant and rather vulnerable without his passive active. In a defensive matchup, he will need to block opponent's dribble as his tackle is non-existent, or else he will be easily beaten as his intercept is unlikely to bully meta midfielders. He is less reliant on his special skill block in an offensive matchup against midfielders as both his dribble and pass are plausible as long as he picks a correct action. The same can't be said against defenders as his passive won't be active, so it is best to play him as an attacking midfielder. We are rating Hidalgo 2 stars as we feel that his skill type counterpart is superior and more relevant in the current meta. Alfredo Di Piazzolla, the Beast of Argentina, is an agility type Argentine midfielder that plays for Copenhagen. He is given 2 playable positions as either defensive or attacking midfielder. Piazzolla is fully loaded out with 5 hidden abilities, with snow cover resistance and rain puddle resistance, unfortunately taking up 2 slots. The rest of his hidden abilities are Bond plus 2.5% stats for the team with 3 or more agility type club players, Pressure debuffing his opponent by 10% after winning the matchup, and lastly Full Power Gauge up, providing 12% full power gauge when he wins a matchup. Piazzolla comes with Super Solidarity for agility type club plus 20%. This team skill has become quite important in the current meta, as there's a good selection of players that belong to the mentioned type. His passive is a massive 50% Inside Master that improves his stats by 50% when the correct action is picked. His main skill, High Speed Hunter Shot, is capped at 475 momentum and requires 435 stamina. This shot has a special effect Blow Away, sending one opponent who's in the ball's path flying. His sub-S rank skill Fizzy Break is an intercept capped at 445 momentum and costs 360 stamina. His default skill set is completed with a Toughness Dribble and a Pinpoint Pass. Piazzolla looks like a shooter based on his 9.6k shot and 6.7k power. However, all these stats are wasted as he doesn't have any abilities that improve his stats further with the mediocre High Speed Hunter Shot. The rest of his stats lingers above 5.5k, which looks weak, but should be sufficient if Inside Master procs. He is fairly mobile, but his stamina pool is only slightly above 1k. We suggest going for an utility build, 16 dribble, tackle, 18 speed, 17 pass, intercept, and 16 technique. Fully maxing out mentioned stats with boundary break is justifiable. Piazzolla is dependent on Inside Masters, so let's focus on his parameters after applying his passive. Pinboard Pass is over 55k, High Speed Tackle hits 61.1k, Fizzy Break is shy of 64k, and Toughness Dribble over 72k force. All mentioned figures fall off tremendously without Inside Master, none worth mentioning. As for his skill build, keep his default S rank skills and drop him S Toughness Dribble, High Speed Tackle, and Pinpoint Pass to complete his build. We understand that Pinpoint Pass is atrocious, but it is unfortunately required until a better S rank pass is released. Piazzolla is superior when compared with his older counterpart due to his ability to win matchups with Inside Master and being less predictable. His lack of mid to high tier S rank tackle and pass is the only thing that we can nitpick on. We are rating him 3 stars as we feel that his full power generation and pressure are very useful. And yes, we are also puzzled as to why this Piazzolla is another agility type. That still baffles me. Why? We would like to once again thank all of our members on Patreon and YouTube. Your support is very much appreciated and motivates us. It's also the main reason why we keep the channel running and making videos for everyone. Alright guys, help the channel by subscribing and hit that like button so YouTube will recommend it to other Captain Tsubasa Dream Team fans. Do check out ways to support us, or at least take a look. Links provided in the video's description. Thank you guys so much for watching, hope you guys enjoyed, have a good one, and may the gacha God bless us all. I'll see you guys soon, bye!